Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, cop arrested after allegedly caught driving stolen car. A policeman has been arrested after allegedly being found with his gun and identification card in a vehicle that had just been stolen from a 19-year-old in-drive driver mid-ride. Reports from the St. Catherine South Police are that the driver was robbed at a gunpoint by an individual who wrested the car from him while he was driving. The teen managed to escape and made a report to police, who coordinated across parish lines and managed to track the car electronically. The vehicle was quickly found along Dyke Road in St. Catherine, being driven by the policeman. He had in his possession his police identification, service pistol, 2 magazines, and 34 rounds of ammunition, all issued by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The detective corporal was arrested on the spot, and the police have condemned his actions. Members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force are entrusted with extraordinary powers, specialized training, and the state resources, and as such, they bear an even greater duty to uphold the law with integrity and accountability. The High Command of the Jamaica Constabulary Force condemns in the strongest possible terms any form of criminal conduct, particularly when perpetrated by those sworn to uphold the law. We will neither tolerate nor conceal wrongdoing in any quarters of the force. Any member who entertains criminal inclinations will find no refuge within our ranks, a JCF statement read. The cop has since been taken into custody. 8-year-old boy missing after last seen at a playfield in Gregory Park, St. Catherine. The police have activated a high alert for 8-year-old Navardo Blackburn of Queens Avenue, Gregory Park, St. Catherine, who has been missing since yesterday. Navardo, who is autistic, is of dark complexion and a slim build, a police statement said Sunday. Reports from the Caymanas police are that Navardo was last seen at a playfield in his community about 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. His mode of dress at the time is unknown, and he has not been seen or heard from since. Anyone with information on Navardo whereabouts is asked to contact the Caymanas police at 876-988-1719, call the police 119 emergency number, or visit the nearest police station. No campaign yet for JLP, says Holness, positing election sure focus. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced that the governing Jamaica Labour Party's campaign to be elected the government for a third consecutive 5-year term has not yet begun, despite the general elections being due later this year. Our campaign has not yet begun. This is just a warm-up, Holness told the Labourites gathered at the Southwest St. Elizabeth Workers' Meeting and the Long Service Awards at Black River High School on Saturday night. In using scripture to drive home his point about working towards guaranteeing an election victory, Holness pointed to 2 Peter 1 verse 10, which states, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure." According to the JLP leader, the party has to get its soldiers ready and in the frame of mind to contest the national polls. But he said in order to do that, the party workers have to put behind any growls, disgruntlement, or discord among them. In admitting that some Labourites were demotivated, Holness said, "It is time for all party supporters to get up and fight for what the JLP has achieved and keep this train on track." Holness said to the party workers, "It is now time to come on board. Get ready. Get your man in gear. Work time is nigh." However, the JLP leader said the party will not play any games with what it has to do and rush into an election, using the scripture to suggest that the party has to make election sure. "We are going to go through all the steps, all the processes, all the procedure. We are going to talk to all our workers because we're not going to take no risk and take no chance," Holness asserted. He said the JLP has many achievements to campaign on, including the low murder rate, low debt, a low unemployment rate, increased the minimum wage, and no new taxes for almost 10 years. Still, Holness said before general elections are called, All workers must touch base with the voters in their communities. That is what we mean when we say we're going to make the calling of the election sure, Holness stated.
Our campaign has not yet begun. This is just the warm-up. We have to get our soldiers ready in the frame of mind. And to get you into that frame of mind, we have to put behind us any little grouse, disgruntlement, discord. Some people were demotivated. Some people just simply tired. But for this army to get up and fight for what we have achieved, to keep this train on track, everyone must be on board. All hands on deck. So this meeting is to speak to the workers, you, all of you here. It is now time to come on board. Get ready. Get your mind in gear. Work time is nigh. And as I thought about what I would say to you tonight, and I want you to listen to me carefully, I'm not going to stay long. But a scripture came to mind, and I want you to listen to it very carefully. 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, brothers and sisters, friends, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Want all of my workers to internalize that and think on it. Brethren, give diligence. You know what that means? Pay close attention. Work at it to make your calling and election sure. So we're not going to play any games with what we have to do. We're not going to rush what we have to do. We're going to go through all the steps, all the processes, all the procedure. We're going to talk to all our workers. So, I say to you, the workers, that we must make our calling and election sure. This meeting is a business meeting. This meeting is a thank you meeting. But this meeting is also about getting you mentally ready and prepared. An election can be called at any time. At any time. But we're not going to rush into an election. We're going to make sure that whatever information gaps exist, we correct them. We're going to make sure that our workers are prepared and motivated. We're going to make sure that you do your canvas. We're going to make sure that you do your house to house. We're going to make sure that all the people who you can't find on the voters list, that you go there and check and find them. We're going to make sure that before you call an election, all our workers must touch base with the voters in their community. That is what we mean when we say we are going to make the calling of the election sure. So I am not in any hit or miss, any joke business. We have worked too hard to bring Jamaica to where it is, to gamble and uncertainty. So, I want you to keep your eyes and ears open. I want you to follow my social media page. Look out for the meeting them. Look out for the information that we put out. You will be able to read and see what is coming. You will get the fever and the spirit when it is coming. I don't have to tell you when the calling and election is sure. You will know when the spirit start to move through the Jamaica Labour Party as we move through the country with a message of hope. As we move Jamaica from poverty, we cut it in half to prosperity.
Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.